Now, this is an absolutely lovely story. Friday night movie screenings have been underway at Tiglin's homelessness cafe, which is called the No Book Café on Pier Street for the last month, giving service users a place to belong. And that's according to an article on the Irish Examiner. And Aubrey McCarthy, who's the chairman of Tiglin Homeless Services, joins us now to tell us more. Aubrey, tell us about these cinema nights. They sound absolutely lovely, to be honest.
Good morning, Ciara. How are you? Ciara, Tiglin used to have the No Books bus, which used to park under Cleary's clock. It was a big green bus. How we got away with it, it was close to Starbucks logos, and we used to call it the No Books. But we had it for a number of years, and I had a bus licence, used to drive in every Monday to Thursday, and the homeless used to come on, and we used to engage and see how we could connect and further and progress them in housing and counselling, etc. So during COVID, we weren't allowed to have people on the bus anymore. So we approached Dublin City Council and the North City HSE. And what we did is we set up a cafe on Pier Street in the Lighthouse. And we started to serve people during the day, 200 people to 400 people every day with hot meals. But when COVID went away, we said, okay, let's see what we can do with this facility. So what we did is we looked at different ways of improving it, and we hired a new manager. The new manager is mentioned in that article in the Examiner, and his name is Alan Bobanak. And he was a homeless guy who used to come to the bus. He went off, got his life in order, went and did his master's degree, and he's now the new visionary, even behind the cinema nights, which are Friday nights. So the
manager is one of your previous service users. So that in and of itself, aside from being a success story, is also, I suppose, tells us that this is somebody who knows intimately what service users might need or might want.
Well, you know, when he applied, it was an absolutely fair employment procedure, etc. He got the job, but his idea, he said to me, was to create a living room for people who have no house, no family, that are moving from place to place, and create an environment where they can relax, even if it's just for 1 hour. And he said that's what human beings need. So that's what we have done at the Lighthouse. Last week we had James Bond, Time to Die. The week before we had Del Boy, what's that? Only Fools and Horses, which was mentioned on your show
earlier. Yes, it was.
And so the idea is we have burgers, popcorn. It's a real cinema night, and it allows people engage.
And this, Aubrey, are people who are either living in hostel accommodation or rough sleeping. They are literally people who have nowhere else to go, and you've provided them, as you say, with the living room, with the Friday night living room. I mean, there's something. When I was reading about it, I thought to myself, how has this not been done before? Because it's a great idea.
Do you know, when Alan suggested it, I thought, I don't know if that'll work. So I went in the first night, and the first night we were packed. I was in last Friday, just out the door as well. And so it really, really works, because you're not going to go short of food in Dublin. But what you are going to go short of is places that actually treat you with dignity, places that actually treat you as one. It's like going to the Stella Cinema in Rathmines, except it's on Pier Street, and you're
well, isn't that exactly right? Because I'm sure there are businesses and premises that don't allow homeless people or rough sleepers or people from hostels into them, and I'm sure that is one of the awful exclusionary aspects of being homeless. If people want to go along, if there are people listening this morning who might benefit from this, is it open? What nights is it open?
It's open Tuesday to Friday. Friday is the cinema night, and it's open from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Okay.
And I remember hearing Amartya Sen, the Nobel Peace Prize winner, and he said, the test of your citizenship is your ability to participate in society without shame. Well, if you go to Alan Bobanak and his team of volunteers any night of the week, you are as good or as bad as anybody else.
Look,
and it works, and it works well.
It's a lovely idea, and I wish you well with it. And as I say, I'm surprised it nearly wasn't done sooner. But thank you for that. Indeed, that's Aubrey McCarthy, their chairman of the Tiglin Homeless Services, and that No Books Café, Tuesday to Friday, 7 to 10 on Pier Street in the Lighthouse. A brilliant idea.